She walked into the precinct like a ghost stepping into the light. A black woman in a tattered coat, her headscarf tightly wrapped, and a clipboard held firmly in her hand. The station was loud with chatter until her presence silenced it. The first officer, smug and arrogant, called out, "You lost, ma'am? The welfare office is 2 blocks down." The second officer chimed in, his tone dripping with sarcasm. "Better search her. She's probably here to file some bogus complaint." But the woman didn't flinch. Her silence cut deeper than words. Her calm eyes scanned the room, observing every detail. The first cop grabbed her clipboard, his mocking tone growing louder. "Confidential court review? Lady, who do you think you are?" She moved a step past him, but he blocked her path. His voice, laced with irritation, grew more aggressive. "You don't just stroll in here like you own the place." And then it happened. His hand came down hard across her face, a slap that echoed through the room. Gasps filled the air, and civilians waiting in line froze in shock. The officer smirked. "You'll thank me for that later, Annie." She didn't flinch. She didn't cry. Her gaze was like ice, unyielding. At that moment, the chief strolled in, a dismissive man in his 50s, his authority worn like an old badge. "What's going on here?" he asked, barely looking up. She was loitering. The cop replied, smugly, "Got smart with me." The chief waved it off. Book her for interference. The cuffs were coming out when she finally spoke, her voice calm, unwavering. "Are you sure that's your final decision?" The room went still. Even the air seemed to hold its breath. "Excuse me," the chief stammered. Slowly, deliberately, she reached into her coat and pulled out a black leather ID. The federal judiciary seal gleamed under the fluorescent lights. Judge Gloria Miles. Supreme Court Special Investigations. A gasp rippled through the room. The chief's face drained of color. "Wait, you're a judge," he stammered. Her calm demeanor didn't waver. "I'm the lead on a nationwide corruption probe, and I chose this station for a reason." She stepped forward, walking past him now. No one dared to stop her. As she passed a civilian who had been watching in silence, she spoke softly. "Don't worry. I saw everything." The courtroom buzzed with tension. The same officers who had mocked and assaulted her now sat in cuffs, their faces pale with fear. The prosecutor's voice was firm, unrelenting. "Your Honor, we request no bail." The officer assaulted a federal judge and tampered with station reports. The defense lawyer stammered, visibly shaken. We didn't know who she was." From the bench, Judge Gloria Miles, now in her judicial robes, delivered her verdict with calm that cut like steel. "Your ignorance is not my problem. Your actions are." Gasps erupted from the press gallery. Flashbacks played like a movie in the mind. The slap, the mocking laughter. Judge Gloria secretly reviewing files late into the night. Undercover agents disguised as janitors, clerks, civilians, strategically placed by her orders. Her voice rang out in the courtroom. "For months, I watched you mock complaints, hide camera footage, and frame young men. Now it's your turn." Families of the accused officers sobbed in the gallery. Outside, a crowd chanted, "Justice for all. Thank you, Judge Miles." News reporters described it as a reckoning. Footage showed officers being led to prison vans, while protesters waved signs of gratitude. Standing at the courthouse steps, surrounded by a swarm of cameras, Judge Gloria was asked, "Why go undercover, Your Honor?" Her answer was simple, yet seismic. "Because justice doesn't wear robes. It walks quietly until it strikes." She didn't yell. She didn't threaten. She watched. She waited. And with 7 words, she dismantled their corruption. Are you sure that's your final decision? If this story gave you chills, comment respect her name below. Subscribe for more tales where karma doesn't knock. It breaks the door down.